What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. All right, guys, let's keep going with the idol collab. Hey, you know what's crazy? I've been noticing something while I've been doing this collab. The people who originally hated all of these units are actually kind of warming up to them, and I'm kind of in the same boat where, you know what, I hated the collab. Matter of fact, I still kind of hate the collab, but you know what? I don't even look at these units as collab units. You know what I'm looking at them as? Just OC characters, original characters. And with that being said, we did cover Minnie already, and she is fantastic. So go check that out. I did warn everybody though. I'm gonna just show you guys this real quick. Shout out to Alpha again. For those who missed it on the last video, that Sung Il Hwan will be coming next, most likely, and he looks like he's going to be an assassin dark unit. So another DPS is coming that is going to be dark and may in fact overshadow Minnie. If you haven't checked out that video, go check it out. There's a picture of him. I'm not talk more about that, but we're here not to talk about Minnie because we already done talking about Minnie. We're here to talk about the other units. We're going to focus specifically on Yuqi. That's right, the fire gauntlet using unit. I'm gonna give you guys all my test results, everything that we did. And guys, don't worry about it. The next videos I cover will most likely finish Suyun and then Suyun. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But then also we're gonna talk about what the best builds are, etc., and how you get the best results from these characters. So anyone who's watching and is interested, I'll definitely be doing that for you as well. Okay, so just everyone's aware of that. Now let's talk about Yuqi right now. I got her to A5 on my pay to win. Oh, sorry, A6, I think, on pay to win. And I wanted to discuss a little bit what she's all about. So we're going to jump into the actual Hunter preview. We're going to talk a little bit about her. We're going to show you guys some results that we got. And we're going to kind of cover all of our bases in terms of our actual testing. So let's go to the testing first. You guys can see right over here, there is Yuqi. And I have to say, this is by far my favorite costume out of anybody here. All right, so we ran this two different ways. Actually, three different ways. So number one, the comparison was, of course, how good is she with Essel? How good is she without Essel? Is she better than Essel? Is she as good as Essel? What exactly do you need? Now, I want to preface this for all of these units. They are meant to give you monochromatic teams for guild boss, okay? So what that means essentially is you want to run a full roster of all fire, all wind, all, you know, dark, light, etc. All of the same elements, and Yuqi does a great job by bringing her own to this. Now, there's a couple things you need to note. If you want to go check out the video, of course, of the entire thing, you can check out the live stream. We do an entire run the entire way, but these are the results you're going to have. So the first thing we did, guys, is we ran A3 and then A5. So A3, I can tell you this much. I didn't put the numbers in here, but you can go back and check them out if you want. They're all in the actual video. A3, she does better damage than Essel. All right, overall, her damage is better than Essel, right? That's what she's there for. You guys can see right over here, even at A10 at A5, she's destroying my A10 Essel down here, who's doing 516k, and then she's doing 2.5 million. So you can see down here, once you kind of switch it up a little bit, you have 1.6, etc., right? So when you have her on your team, your fire team just does better. Essentially how it works. But here's the caveat with her, right? You want to have her in team 2. She doesn't have MP issues from what I've noticed. She doesn't need Gina. She's actually amplifying your entire squad. So what does she do that makes her so good? She's not replacing Essel, guys. I want to point this out. She's not replacing Essel. She is a complement to Essel and the fire team. So what makes her so valuable? So let's go over this real quick so everyone's on the same page and why she's so powerful. Okay, so first off, she has a couple different things that she offers everybody. So number one, tempo increases max HP by 0.5%. This doesn't really matter. This is for herself. She does more damage because she buffs herself a lot more, and hence why her damage looks great. She also is a better breaker. But I want to, again, preface this again. Essel's really not there to do breaking. She's there to take her time. She's there to take her time and build the stacks for prey of the week versus Yuqi, who's there to literally just damage and break as fast as possible, right? So keep that in mind. Now, before I go any further, guys, I also want to remind everybody, content creator program is going on. That's right. You know I was going to do at some point. It's going to be random every video now. Remember to click that support button. We have 1,000 Essence Stones coming your way. I want to say a big shout out to my top 10. BW Panda 11, thank you so much for supporting, bro. We got Taco, we got Jay, we got Cat. Oh, who's this? Is this Kaiser? Might be Kaiser. Cap. Oh no, this is Jay Stowe. And then we have Telio 101, Sod 8077, Cap, 892. God, I wish I remember who this was. Play level and everybody else who's supporting. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys all the way down to the last 4,821. And guys, the reason why I'm not going anywhere below the top 10 to shout outs is because then it starts showing people's numbers, and I don't want people to see other people spending. That's none of their business. House, really none of mine. I see points, but nonetheless, I don't want to show that, and that's why I'm not doing that. Okay, so I just want to remind everybody of that. All right, now let's go back to this. Here's what makes her powerful. Okay, so whenever she does any of her, so when full burst gauge reaches 100%, whenever she does any of her skills here, okay, it activates distortion. This is important. All right. When kill stage hits, it activates breakdown. So distortion increases damage taken by the opponent by 3%. When the effect is stacked the maximum amount of time, it does breakdown. So you can stack this 3 times. So that's 9% more damage done to the opponent. This is a debuff, so this is important, right? Now, when you get breakdown, it also increases the damage taken by 15%, but also increases fire damage taken by 20%. You guys can see all fire is about elemental damage. It's insane amounts of elemental damage. So when I say to you that she complements this team like immensely, you want to have her with Essel. Their debuffs will stack and they will destroy. It's unreal how good these debuffs are, right? So you can see here at break 2, she's gonna have the effectiveness of her break skills go up. So again, a better breaker overall. If you're looking to eliminate a break bar quickly, she will be much better. So for example, when you're doing BOT, she might actually be a better BOT option, maybe even POD to some extent, but I doubt it because Essel's debuff is really good, but so is the breakdown debuff, right? So both really powerful. All right, so the full burst effect is enhanced. So now when you do all this, it increases the break effectiveness of Shouting Kick by 50%, increases the damage by 40%, increases max HP by 25%. When Shouting Kick, Crescendo Scream, or Unlimited Shout hits, the charge gauge also increases by 20%. Activate only once when this skill hits. It grants super armor, and then the tempo effect is removed and cannot be activated while this is active. So just so you guys can see, there's quite a bit going on here with that, but the afterglow effect is what's really cool. Increases damage dealt to target in break state by 12%, increases basic skill and ultimate skill damage by 15%, and also increases critical hit damage by 15%. And then her A4, of course, gives the entire party, all allies who are fire, 5% more damage increase, right? So fire team members damage increase by 5% for every fire ally in the team. Be a lot when you have a whole guild boss team running. Okay, and then lastly, distortion and breakdown and afterglow are enhanced. This increases damage by 6%, activates the breakdown. This stacks for 3 times now instead, right? So this is what, 18%? So 18% damage, more damage. And then this, of course, goes 20% and 25%. And then afterglow increases damage dealt to targets by break state by 12%. So you can see why she does so much more damage than Essel. She's just built to do so. So overall, guys, here's what my thoughts are. If you have a good Essel and you're only focusing on clearing POD, single target bosses, WOBL, let's say, she is still really useful because let's say something requires a bar break to be faster and you don't really care about the stacks as much with that, so then Yuki's your girl. If you want to do better in guild boss with your fire team, it's a no-brainer. You should go for her, right? If you're a guild boss fanatic, you already know this by now. I shouldn't have to even explain this to you, but Yuki is going to be a star of the show for fire for sure, and she's going to be probably a mainstay for quite some time because of what she brings to the table. So again, looking at some numbers here, she does do more damage, right? But you guys can see here when I put Essel, so this team was with team 1, when she was in team 1, you guys can see here, so Essel was removed from team 1, right? And it was Gina, Yuki, and Kanae. She gave a little bit more damage to everybody. She did damage herself, but then when she was in team 2 and Essel was in team 1, Kanae prospered a lot more, so does SJW. So overall, Essel still gives the better results, and you can see no Yuki at all. Look at the difference, right? This is with her in there, this is with her without. These are the numbers without her, guys. This is the numbers with her. So this team would have been, so I took Yuki out and I put Lee Bora in instead. You guys can see already the amount of damage difference that everybody went down by almost half. So it's pretty insane to see the impact she brings. So definitely impactful. If you plan to run a full fire GB team, she's a no-brainer, guys. Everybody should be falling for her and getting her. Plus, it's easy to get because you have 50-50 losses, higher percentage to get her, plus better chances at A5 to get another copy and more. All right, guys, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.